Greetings, everybody! I am the Starving Martian, and today is actually a very, very special day for myself and for this channel. Today, September the 14th, 2018, marks one full year since the beginning of this channel. Yes, it was 1 year ago today that I first posted a video on this channel, that being Mars Attacks by Pocket Comics. And so throughout the past 365 days, we've looked at every single major Mars Attacks trading card series. We've looked at a number of the comic books. We've looked at some of the action figures and merchandise. And it's been quite a trip, and I plan to keep this up for a while to come. I might have to taper off a little, might have to slow down a little bit so I don't run out of material, but I'm not planning on stopping anytime soon. And so today, to mark a full year of the Starving Martian, we're going to be looking at the Mars Attacks Doom Robot. This is a Superflex action figure put out by our friends at Trendmasters back in 1996, the same year that the movie came out. And of course, there was two toy lines, one based on the movie and one based on the Topps comics that were going on at the time. This is obviously from the Topps comics. Now, there was a robot or two featured in the movie, but it didn't look like this. It looked more like the classic robot design used in the trading cards. This is an updated version of the Martian robot. And it's pretty cool. I do very much like it. Now, as I said, it is a Superflex action figure. What that means is that it's got bendable bits. They came out with 3 regular action figures and 3 Superflex action figures with bendable limbs. And as you could probably guess, the bendable bits on this guy are these tentacle arm pincher things coming down his sides here. So I'll show that off in just a moment. But first, from the backer board that he was packaged on, we learn a little bit about the Doom Robot. It's a Martian death machine. Its origin is planet Mars, obviously. Material, high-density Martian alloy. Has a rotating cockpit, side-mounted blaster, death grasp claws, effective on all Earth-based life forms. Its personnel are trained in terrestrial combat and surveillance, and its purpose is subduing Earthling ground forces. Alright, and so yeah, in the Topps comics, a number of different robot designs were used, all updates on the classics. The best example I can show you from a comic book is actually not from the Topps comic itself, but from the newer cover painted for the collection of Mars Attacks Classics #3. So let me bring that out. And there, you can definitely see that's the same kind of robot we got going on. Some of the details are different, but same basic design. The pincher claws, definitely identical. So let's bring our Doombot back out. Well, Doom Robot, really. Doombot is something from Marvel. Alright, so let's bring him in a little bit, and you can see the Martian right there inside the cockpit. He's got a little lever, a little joystick in each hand. He's green with a big purplish brain. The robot itself looks kind of short and stubby. It's actually a little bit shorter than an average action figure, but it does actually scale well, as we'll see with some of the figures in this line, the smaller size class. So as far as posability goes, this gun here can go up and down. The dome with the gun rotates either direction. It also rotates at the waist. The legs can technically move, but they're really tight on mine, and I don't want to force it. And then the arms, of course, are bendable. They have that wire going through them, so you can move them just about anywhere you want. Same with the lower arms. And they're light enough that you can position them forward or backwards without worrying about throwing off his balance. Making him too top heavy. Alright, the missile launcher does actually work, and it fires the same kind of missiles that come with just about every Mars Attacks figure from this line. So let's bring out our trusty crash test dummy, and we will test our aim. I will warn you, I have failed at aim before, but let's see what we got going here. And fire. There we go. And it hit him. The wall saved him, but it did hit him. So you can see that even all these years later, the spring mechanism does work. Always good. And it fires with some decent force. Now, with the missile removed, the gun still looks pretty good. Looks like a little short, squat laser cannon. And anyway, you see a little red dot right there on the side. There's also a red dot on one part of the missile. And that shows you how you're supposed to line it up. There we go. Come on. Okay, this thing was actually bent when I got it in package, brand new. The missile had warped just over time. Come on. So now that I've fired it, it doesn't seem to want to stay in. There we go. Don't be surprised if it goes springing off somewhere, though. So as far as accessories go, it comes with a missile launcher, and it also came with this, a Mars Attacks computer game, Computer Adventure number 1, which according to the package would be Mission of Doom. Don't have a computer that can play it, but that's Mission of Doom. That's what you would have been playing. If that means anything to you. If you happen to have a PC that runs Windows MS 3.1 or Windows 95, you might be able to play that. I cannot. But it's still kind of cool just to say you own it. Okay, now I mentioned scale-wise that it scales well with other figures in the line. This here you might remember from the Mars Attacks Doom saucer. And so yes, the Doom saucer and the Doom robot do go together. And so you can see that they are the same scale. So we'll put him down here. In fact, let's bring these down. There we go. And here is the tiny little Martian from the movie Mars Attacks saucer. And he doesn't feel like standing today, but yeah, just so you can see that how they all scale together. Alright, so we're building a little bit of a attack fleet here. And that's the cool thing about it. If you wanted, you could pick multiple of these guys up. This guy cost me about $10 plus shipping. These Mars Attacks toys, by the way, not terribly expensive, but they are not getting any cheaper. If you like them, pick them up as soon as you can. And that would be my recommendation, because they're getting more expensive as the years go on. Now, if you want to have some fun with this guy, I like to pair him off against different things. Scale-wise, here he is with a trashed Hot Wheels. You can see how that looks together. It's pretty cool. But, you know, that's fine and all, but let's get a little bit more imaginative. Here he is squaring off against Babyface from Toy Story. I don't know why. I think just the two things with pincher arms going after each other. It's kind of cool. Here he is fighting Godzilla. And that's just awesome. Godzilla has a history of battling aliens, and speaking of things that battle aliens, here he is against Gigantress, or whatever her name was from Monsters versus Aliens, because she's a monster and he's an alien, and I don't know, that works too. So I think out of all of those, my favorite would happen to be him versus Godzilla, but there's no reason you can't get crazy. Here he is fighting a killer tomato. Why not? Why not? You're limited only by your imagination and your collections. So, there he is. That is the Mars Attacks Doom Robot. I do recommend this guy. I like him a lot. It's a fun figure. It's held together rather well over the years. Just I wouldn't play too much with the cannon because you're liable to lose the missile. Those things are notorious for having spring triggers, and just it packs a punch. It flies pretty far, and they're easy to lose. So just be careful with the cannon, and you shouldn't have any real problems with this guy. So this has been the Starving Martian. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me the past year. Hopefully you'll be around for the next year as well. We still got more Mars Attacks to bring you. We got more miscellaneous who what have yous, and I'm looking forward to it. Hope you are too. Until next time, keep watching the skies, everyone. Catch you later.